Hello, staff, and welcome to another Monday morning message as we move from January this week into February this week. It's hard to believe that we'll hit the 1st of February this week. And as we do so, we'll take a look at the calendar for the upcoming week, the 29th on Monday. Make sure that you take note of who's got duty this week and ask just that you're at your assigned position on time so we can make sure that our kids, number one, are getting supervised, and number two, getting greeted whenever they come into the building. So appreciate your attention to that. Also on Monday, the Army will have a representative here during the lunch period for our students to have the opportunity to visit with. The next pressing thing happens on Wednesday, and we will have in-service on Wednesday. This will be during your conference period, and it will be in regards to enrollment for the upcoming school year. So make sure that you're there at the beginning of your conference period. If you have third block conference, again, please eat first lunch, and you will come after you eat that first lunch. Also on Wednesday, Pittsburg State University will have a representative here during the lunch hour. And so again, another opportunity for our students and our kids to visit with somebody from Pittsburg State University. Next thing I want to talk about is the district calendar. You received an email from Dr. Cooper in regards to this late last week, and it has to do with the Professional Development Day as well as the 2 snow days that we had. So just to reiterate his message, Friday, February 16th, this was a day that was already on the schedule to be out for parent-teacher conferences on that Monday and Tuesday. We will still have no school on Friday, February 16th for teachers or students, so you get a 3-day weekend there. The Professional Development Day will be made up on Monday, February 19th. This is just for teachers. Students will not be in attendance on that day. So that will be a 4-day weekend for the kids. They'll get the Friday the 16th, the 17th, 18th, and the 19th off. The first snow makeup day will be Friday, March 30th. All students and staff will be in attendance on that day. The second one will be on Wednesday, May 23rd. This is makeup day number 2, and all students and staff will attend. Now, originally the 22nd was the last day of school, and it was going to be a half day. The last day of school now will be May 23rd. So the 22nd will be a full day, and the 23rd will be a half day. So there's the district calendar in regards to the makeup days. Next thing I want to talk about here is the survey that Mr. Wingert sent out to staff about some homeroom feedback. I know he's got a number of you who have responded to that. If you have not, I'd just encourage you to take 3 or 4 minutes as we look at some programs here at the high school and to make sure that we're continuing to move those in a positive direction. We will also put together a survey for our students in regards to homeroom, and we can look for that to go out here this week or next. We're currently taking a look already at next year and some of the things that go on at Webb City High School for our kids. And so this is one of those surveys that if you could give us some feedback, it would be appreciated. I think you can probably expect another survey or another couple surveys, just really looking for some feedback from staff on some things that go on at Webb City High School. Last thing I want to visit about is my just reflection for the week. I had the opportunity to take a phone call from a community member this week, and it pointed out 3 students: Stacy Tyndall, Taylor Harris, and Madison Welch. And this member just noticed that after a basketball game this past week that these 3 girls stuck around, not because they had to, but because that they wanted to help clean up the area that the game was in. And if you've ever been to a basketball game, you know that the gymnasium can be quite the place after everybody leaves with popcorn and pop and all sorts of trash. But these 3 young ladies stuck around, and they did it. They helped our custodial crew clean up the dome after the game. So if you get a chance to see them, pat them on the back, tell them job well done. I know these aren't the only 3 that I could probably point out this week, but this was the one that was brought to my attention from a phone call. And what a nice phone call to receive. So as we do that, I'm going to share an article with you. I follow PBIS on Twitter, and in doing so, they shared an article about the power of a positive phone call. And when these 3 girls, whenever I called them in to tell them great job and to pat them on the back, I had the opportunity to get their parents on the phone as well and make a call to them, to tell them somebody noticed what their son or what their daughter was doing. And the joy and excitement on the other end of the line can really go a long way. I think so many times we get wrapped up in having to call those parents for what is probably perceived as negative behavior. So if you have the opportunity, I encourage you to make a positive phone call this week about one of the students in your class. And I think it'll go a long way for you. I'm going to share the article with you through email. And it's a short read, 3 or 4 minutes. So please take the time to look at that article and listen to its message. I hope that you have a great week as we move from January into February. And just know that I appreciate each and every one of you and the job that you do on a daily basis. Have a great week.